And now we have this vertical stream. There it is. Oh, do I have the... No, okay. This is the live. Does it have sound? This is the live. Does it have sound? This is the live. Does it have sound? This is the live. That was like 7. Also, it isn't showing anything right now. So, okay, here. To this, okay. I have so many things that I'm fitting in. Is there anything that I don't need all of the time? I like having my audio mixer there. Oh man. But I'm not gonna get rid of chat. Making this continually smaller. Okay. So vertical scenes. Oh, I only made my starting soon scene. Oops. Which has our infos. Oh, I was just adding the chat, I guess. Does it need chat? It would have its own chat at the bottom as shown by this. But if I have chat on there, it indicates that there's something else going on. So I'll just stick it like right here-ish. Oh man, except new chats come from the bottom. Yeah, maybe that just doesn't go on there. Let's quick put a couple of things in chat just so. Hello. And that made it here. And that made it on stream. So that's good. Perfect. Those both work. That's really good. I'm glad that didn't take extra setup. Social stream for the win right now. Even though it took ages to set up. Okay. Can I... So this is currently unlisted. Oh wait, did my... Let's see. I would like to... What is this button? Huh. Okay. So... I have some actual... I'll just set this up with something. So... Here. In... Sources for my current scene. Oh, that's why I had it on starting soon. Here, you're gonna see me vanish for a second, and I'm gonna compare. They have the background. Wait, how did I have the audio? Maybe it doesn't need that. Okay. It has everything else of importance. Oh, it doesn't have alerts come down. So we're going to add that. You'll see me in just a second, I promise. We're going to add the source. No, the browser thing. Alerts come down. And I'm going to stick it right there. And okay, that's looking right now. Title, description, starting soon. What's this? Oh, that's old. Let's get rid of that. And perfect. Okay, now we'll switch back to this one. And now I'm going to duplicate this scene and call it gaming 16 by 9. Boop. Now we can start making this its scene. So for this, I kind of feel like these things are just going to be gone. Unless there's room vertically. Okay. But infos, alerts come down. Infos again. That doesn't need to be there. Title. Title. Wait, where's social stream? Let's put that up here for... Okay, description, featured chat. I could add featured chat. Browser source, featured chat. That goes underneath description. Actually, it should just go above social stream. Featured chat. So, oh wait, but I don't have my... Oh, hello, Dharma. You're featured chat now on both streams. Welcome to the stream. Wait, okay, I should have seen you there. I just didn't. Maybe I need to turn up my volume because I did not hear you. Wait, and that seemed like you reacted to that a lot quicker. Tell me what the delay is from your perspective. I counted 4 seconds when I was testing it, which was a lot better than what it was before. Okay. We featured strategy, social stream, description, title. Where's my other background? Oh, it's not on here because, of course it's not on here, because there isn't one there. Now, content. That is the probably most important part, which is a source switcher for content. There we have it. Look. Okay. The starting soon right here is definitely going to go away. Oh, that doesn't need to be on this scene. I probably... Well, wait a minute. So this doesn't have my camera on it, and it's rounded. Where was it? My camera source is camera faded. So let's add the scene camera faded, and now look, we have a thing here. That's gonna need to go above background at least, but what am I gonna be in the top for this one? Or in like the like this or something? What does this look like with the overlay on top? All right. I probably want to shrink this. So let me find the corners of it. I could put it on bottom and then put this up here, but I feel like that means my face is entirely covered up. Man, there's not a lot of real estate for this. Oh, that's not so bad. I think I don't want the faded camera. Let's add camera combined. There. So we get this. And we get, I mean, if we just center that, and it's like that, I guess. Let's put this underneath all of these things, though. That on top of my head becomes a little distracting, so I'm gonna do this. That's actually pretty good. So that'll look kind of like that. Not bad, not bad. What does that look like if I switch to something less busy? Like if I'm working on this, for example, I have to full screen it, or else there's a little. Oh, it's so tiny. Huh. That's okay. That's probably a little bit better. Yeah, they're just gonna have the edges cut off, and that's just gonna be how it is, I guess. But that looks good enough to me for now. Is like 1 second between chats. Okay. Well, that's really good. I'm really glad to hear that. Except I'm no longer hearing chat, so that means that I have to fix this. So let me do that really quick. Actions. This, it says it's connected to everything. So if I'm looking at notification sounds, chat sounds. This should be working. Wait, was I just being deaf for your chats? Smiley. No, that's not me being deaf. That's me not hearing it. Wait, maybe it's connected to the wrong YouTube thing. Let me pull off screen for a second so it doesn't dox any important information. Is doxing only for like personal information, or does like stream keys count? Okay, well that was definitely a sound that I heard. I think it's, yeah, platforms, YouTube. Cause wait, yeah. Twitch. Excuse me? Why didn't that show up? Hello? Oh, this is Naomi's chat. That would do it. At Cade Voidlighter. Does that work? Probably the at symbol is gonna mess it up. Twitch. There we go. And that's all in the chat and stuff. Okay, but I heard that. And I didn't hear that. No, wait, I did hear that. I only didn't hear that one. Okay, okay. Can I make this make sounds? Ding when a new message comes in. Okay, okay. New thing. We're turning off... What? What am I turning off? Raid, shadow, no. First word sound. I'll leave that one on. Where, oh, chat sound. YouTube, wait, can I just disable the whole thing? There. So now, it is failing me, but I might have just turned OBS sounds all the way down. Hello? Ding when a new message comes in. Message. Oh wait, it's only connected to one YouTube chat. Ah. Dashboard. Settings. Accounts. This is whack. I officially declare this whack. Oh, but this stream I can make public now. It's currently unlisted, so I can just edit and make it listed, right? Public. Woo! Save. Now, if I just go to my channel, it went here. My channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 isn't, as long as it's not like 10 seconds, I'm gonna be okay with that. Okay, I want to see what this looks like on my phone. I feel like that's the real... My phone is still in sleepy time mode. Oh wait, I just turned off link to Windows. Where is... Oh, it's not in sleepy time mode. Oh yeah, it isn't. Okay. YouTube. I have to frequently re-hide the YouTube app from myself. Here it is. So that I don't go to it out of... Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm live twice right now. Which one is vertical? This one's vertical. This doesn't seem like a YouTube short stream. It just seems like it's vertical. That's not very long. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. Live chat. Is it because I clicked on... I don't... I want it to be in the YouTube Shorts feed. Otherwise, there's not really a point. Did I...
The enable auto stop, I'll leave that up to you guys. For most people, I recommend turning it on. Otherwise, you'll have to come back into the stream dashboard and click on the end stream button to really end your stream. But keep in mind, if your OBS crashes, it's
Wait,
going to
connected to
pick the
YouTube chat
broadcast.
successfully,
And
it just
for me,
said. Wait. Is it in both chats now? Maybe it's in... Oh, that's not the one I wanted to go to. Please pause. I would like you to pause. Thank you. One. That didn't do anything in my... Oh. Big O and little P. Okay. That means I have all my chats here. That is good enough. I will be satisfied with this. I'm glad to see that that app works. Now it is time to tell people on Discord that I'm actually live. At stream pings. Awesome. We are set up. Let's get down to business. I think I've got a buildable game idea. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, let's get down to business and not get copyright struck. So, interesting that this, like, now I have a square version of this too. What's this? Oh, that's probably just the... Wait, record. Oh, virtual camera. Vertical settings, huh? Okay. Let's get down to business. Yeah, let me drink some water. Q, you're here. Wi-Fi is trash. Tell me how good or how bad the delay is, because the delay should be a lot better this time. I timed it myself and it's only like 4 seconds. Already lag on your end? That makes me so sad. Okay. There is something I can do about that. I could stream on Twitch. Okay, delay isn't horrible. Wait. Do you mean buffering lag? Or... Okay, delay isn't horrible. Because what I could do is stream in 720p instead of in 1080p. And that might make it... Oh, but if I wanted to record in 1080 and stream in 720, I'd have to use twice the amount of processing. Presumably. Buffering lag. If I go to me on Twitch, I will see that the quality... It looks like you can pick different qualities. So... Okay, so maybe I don't need to stream in that. Oh, I would like... My chat doesn't show who's subscribers. But it does show. Okay. Let's get down to business. Oh. What if I pull this out so it is always full screen? I missed the full screen button. And then I can tab over to this so I can see if all the chats are working. Okay, I am streaming to 3 outputs: YouTube, and Twitch. I'm streaming to YouTube horizontally, YouTube and YouTube vertically. I don't know if that means I can get in YouTube Shorts feeds. That's the intent of it. But oh, looks like my temperature is right in the range where I'm going to be taking off and putting this jacket back on repeatedly. I think that's a fibromyalgia thing of me being sensitive to temperature. Okay. So, somebody commented on, wait, was that UQ? I think that was chat. It was Too Cool 11. Wait, is that... Some people's names are different in different places. I think that is... I don't know. Well, the point is, somebody said this was hard to navigate. And it's pretty organized for me. I don't know if that's saying that much, but I do have the class where I have to turn this thing in. But, let's see. Man, look, I used a paper book. See? I was doing things with it. You don't need to see everything on the page. Okay, yeah, you are too cool then, Q, I guess. It's hard for me to tell. Yeah. Okay. What am I doing? Yes, let me tell you about Super Minecraft Galaxy, which is a silly name that I think invokes the image of what I'm going for, which is to say, oh, I also have some Notion things about this. Oh, don't put that over here. Wait, no, this is the wrong guy anyway. There we go. Now it's over on the... Okay. Maybe I can copy and paste something. Well, it's all in my brain too, so I might as well write it out. Let's grab one of these boxes and let's go. Make sure it's almost big enough that I can't read it, so you guys can definitely read it. Oh, except it's cut off on the... Okay, about like that big. Okay. Okay, my brain is thick with fog. But we can do this. Okay. Imagine. Is my keyboard... Oh, it's sitting on top of the cable, maybe? There we go. That's better. Imagine dragons. No. Dang brain fog. Okay, it's all in my head. Super Minecraft Galaxy goes like this. People have approached this problem in a number of different ways. So, sounds good, Q. I'll be happy to have you around whenever you can. Okay, Minecraft, but on a spherical planet. How? Minecraft is cubes. Cubes don't sphere. How can we make something Minecraft-esque, focusing on the simple building and destruction of terrain with on a globe without compromising on that simplicity? All right, and this is where, let's pop over to that window. So I saw these. So this guy has been doing a pretty good job of exactly that kind of thing. I think there's some visual aspects still to work on. That's a good, let me grab this, or wait. There's so much UI. I wish there was a button to hide the UI, because this saves it, and I don't want to save it, but I can. Let's find a good globe shot. Probably at the beginning. Does he start with the word on the... He fades in with the... His editing in this isn't great, but he does seem to be a very... a more competent programmer than myself. Let's see. This is probably good enough. Let's take a screenshot of that too. Okay, now back in here, I'll grab those two images. Can I just drag them both in here? Perfect. So, let's put them about that size. Okay, I'm going to call this the geodesic approach because I did a bunch of geometry research and I've decided that's the best word to use. Planet Smith. Subdivide a sphere into a simple shape and use that shape as the building block. For example, use 12 pentagons and a zillion hexagons, whatever. I think accents are cool. Problems with this approach. Problematically, this has problems. Small planets are incredibly distorted. Building too high or digging too low leads to distortion even on larger planets. You also cannot build a sphere wherever you go. it has to be aligned to the planet's defined geometry. I'm going to say calculated geometry. So, I'm not going to take that approach. I'm going to call this the voxel approach. Or I'm going to call this the strict voxel approach. Just use cubes. The whole sphere is just cubes. This might have more problems. This might have more problems. Only the faces of the cube feel nice to build / dig on. The corners are extremely bumpy, and there is not a... The corners are extremely bumpy. Let's see. You can... I think this would just be white. You can, however, please get rid of the UI, build anywhere. You can, however, build anywhere if we call a cube a sphere. Round collection of cubes a sphere, and make gravity addable, you could have Mario Galaxy planets to jump between. Loose voxel approach. Or let's just call this what? Voxels aligned voxel approach. Take the strict voxel approach and add two things. Slanted ramped cubes and placeable objects. In terms of our world, in your mind is a flat world where you can build objects that can be placed in the world. These objects have an origin point at their base. So imagine I build a Minecraft tree. Let's see. Actually, I need to explain this a second longer. Okay. You can, however, build anywhere. If we call it, wait, no, this is. If we take those ramped cubes, I should probably draw a little diagram here. Shapes. Hold shift and there a cube. Perfect. Is the thickness only inward? It is. Let's make this gray with no border. And let's make this grayer with no border. Or gray and black, I guess. Or blue and also blue. Yeah, that'll work. So like this is aligned voxels, and then I take like this, and then like this. And let me shrink that down a little bit. So this is the strict voxel approach. Now, oh wait, can I just change what shape this is? Or do I have a right triangle, please? There's got to be a right triangle. There's got to be. There is not. But this is kind of like one. Okay, oops. I want to send this to the back. What's the shortcut for that? Send to back is page down. I don't know where I have that keybind. Change this to this. Okay, is it like I don't know. I'll just click on it again. Page down, where is that? There. Okay. Now, here's the thing that I want to do with this. Let's rotate this exactly 45 degrees and stick it on there. Boop. And then I take this. Hey, welcome, do you know that, to the stream. I am explaining a thing. Okay. This is my idea for how to make a spherical Minecraft. Which is not something that hasn't been done before. Here's an example of Planet Smith doing it with hexagons, which is a very interesting approach. And there's only like 12 pentagons around here in that, like, he made a Minecraft with that. I don't want to have the same flavor or like style as Minecraft in the same way. We'll see, but this is what I'm getting at. If you tried to make a sphere with Minecraft, the best you could do is like this. And you'd have weird corners. If I make ramped cubes and then make it so objects have origin points and can be stuck on... Here, let me add a little circle to illustrate this. This will be a purple circle. No, that's too dark. Let's make it that. It doesn't have enough contrast. White. Doesn't. Okay. Border that's red. Yeah. Okay. So, what am I trying to do? What you trying to do? Okay. I have a lot. I have a lot here. Let's see. Can I tell which? Are you on the? Where did I put that? Oh, it's here, but it's under here. Wait. Yeah, you're on the widescreen one. Okay. The regular Minecraft stream. Right now I'm streaming vertically and horizontally because I wanted to see if I could pop up in the shorts feed too. I don't know if that is working just yet because it looked like a regular stream on my phone. Okay. We're in deep at this point. You can access this in the YouTube description or from the Discord. To get at the basis of where we're at is this. Welcome to the stream, patroncito. That's the best way I know how to pronounce that. So here's what we're doing. We're making a game, but we want it to be good. But good in the sense of good for people, not just good to people. So what I mean by that is, here's the reasons I want to make a game. One, I want to connect. I want a game that can connect friends that are far apart. So like a hangout place, a hangout space. Create a means for people to bond, and my best idea for that at the moment is taking the exploration adventure of Minecraft Zelda with the homeliness of Animal Crossing and a world building that can feel at home for any fantasy. So I've worked a lot on the world building before, and we might get to that later in the stream. The basis of that is I want to make being a good person feel like a superpower and make everyday heroes feel like the heroes they are. Which is why I call my subscribers heroes. Or subscribers/followers. You don't have to pay for this. This is free. I would like to eventually make money from it though, which is annoying. I don't want to have to try to make money. I just want to do good. I want because that is the superpower of the everyday man. So, I have a whole lore and a whole like we were working on a magic system of light and spirit and dark and anti-light, which we're still working on that. We have an idea for how it feels, but not how it works. But I had this idea. I went down a geometry rabbit hole, which is not something that you do every day. But I did. I went down a geometry rabbit hole and found myself learning about geodesic geometry and um the rhombic dodecahedron, which is a great shape as it turns out. But they didn't solve my problem, which was I wanted to see if I could make like a spherical voxel. But that did not pan out because you would still have these goofy corners unless you rounded it out. But if you were going to round it out anyway, then why not just kind of round out some cubes? And make it so you can place regular structures on those cubes. There are even several ways that I could approach this, but this is something that I can start with. Well, I'm getting a lot of new people. Is this? Wait, magazine. Uh, did you show up from? Are you on YouTube Shorts or are you on YouTube regular? Because you appear to be in my vertical stream, which is the first time I've ever done that. So I want I I'm I'm really interested how that is working for you and how bad the delay is. I want to make this a good experience for you guys. Um Wait, if you were on the vertical stream, could you? Yeah, you can barely see the. Oh man, it's like kind of cut off, but it's hard to make it into a thing. Um, you were in my recommendations, but so like you're on YouTube Web. Okay, interesting. Well, you still found it, which is good. And it seems like more people have been finding it today. I'm not actually sure why. Um, but interesting. I want to know if this can pop up in the shorts feed. I might have done it wrong for that. Delay is about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. Um, I'm not hearing your messages, which I am not a fan. I want to be able to hear them. Oh, I tried to fix that and then I didn't. And then wait. Yeah. It's supposed to. Hold up. If you want to look through the board, by the way, this board, it is in the YouTube video description or on the Discord. Quickly though, I want to see if I can. What am I doing? I already forgot. Ding. I'm making sounds. Out audio. What the how I want to output the audio. I have a replay buffer enabled. I do not need that if I'm not using it. Monitoring device. Make it cable. Advanced. Oh, I don't have that enabled. Well, I'll do it the manual way, where I just stick it in where it needs to go. Cable. Am I making this an Unreal Engine? I intend to. That is the thing I am most familiar with. Okay. Does it make sound? Sound? I don't hear sound. Sorry. I'll just it's supposed to wait, unless it is remote app audio. Where is Oh well. You didn't explain I might have explained it before you got here. That's why I wasn't sure. Okay. There are a couple of facets, a couple of aspects. Okay. I want to make a game that connects people together. I want this to be a bonding game. I want this to be a hangout game. A place where Q Q is Q is a longtime viewer and mod, and did I make him a VIP also? He's deep in this, but anyways, the gist is I'm trying to make a bonding game, a hangout game with sort of the vibes of like a Minecraft, Zelda, Animal Crossing is the best way I could describe it. A Minecraft, Zelda, Animal Crossing with a magic system that makes being a good person feel like a superpower and actually become a magic system and superpower. Those are the vibes of the game. I'm finally getting to the part where I am deciding what to program. And here, deciding what to program, I think I'm trying to make spherical Minecraft because I like space vibes and I like space vibes and I like what was I gonna say? Another note, I have a disability called fibromyalgia, which means I have chronic fatigue and brain fog, which is why I lose my train of thought easily, which is infuriating when it happens. It's chronic, it doesn't always happen, but it does happen. So, chat's help to know what I'm talking about is always great. I'm trying to make Mario Galaxy planets, but in Minecraft. You know how fun it is in Mario Galaxy when you're like on a sphere and you like jump and you go woo and it's like fun? I think that's fun. And I think some of Minecraft's greatest weaknesses are that movement is not fun, combat is not fun, and it is my opinion that there's too much survival elements of it, which I don't know that that's an objective criticism as much as it is my criticism. I think that it gets too deep in the Well, too deep in grind. It's too grindy. I want okay. But here I get into the challenges of this, which is Minecraft is quite simple. Modern Minecraft is less simple. Original Minecraft is more simple but not exactly approachable. Thanks, magazine. If you want to contribute, you can stick around. I have a credits section for everybody that has helped out. Um, there's also a suggestions section on the Discord server. So if you want to join the Discord, that's where you can get the latest updates on streaming schedules and what I'm doing. I stream pretty consistently every Saturday. I try to stream Monday and Thursday mornings. At about this time, about an hour and a half before this time, whatever that is in your time zone. Um, and I'd love to have you around. Well, that is the beauty of this magazine is you don't have to have you don't have to know programming in order to contribute ideas. The best kinds of ideas are the kinds that save work. Most ideas are like you just add more work to things. Hey, Atlas, you're here. Welcome. Um, Most ideas are just like content, more work ideas. Ideas that save work are really rare. But think. I gotta remember how to think. Um, but just about everyone can. I can give them a lore pitch and they can have thoughts about that. And I can be like, those are good thoughts. Let me change that. Hey, welcome. How do I say that name? Lasse Boric? Lace Boric? You're gonna have to tell me. What game am I making? The gist is. Oh, yeah. That is funny. Magazine, I literally said the one thing that you claimed to know when you said that. Um, so maybe you can help me with the programming too, which means that you might have ideas on hard C, Lakeboric. Lakeboric, like that? All right. So the game I'm trying to make, let me tell you the vibes. Um, Vibes of Minecraft, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Mario Galaxy, and with the lore of being a good person gives you superpowers. I, I've that's how I'm narrowing it down. At the moment, I'm trying to decide how to program spherical. First C is soft, last C is hard. Oh, so lot. But how many syllables? Just like spell it out. Like, is it lasse boric, or is it lace boric, or is it? Should I just call you Lace? So this is something that I could try to program, and I think it's probably a good idea. Lace, yeah, okay. Um, I think this will work. Maybe I should just start by making a cube Minecraft in Unreal, and then yeah, okay. Let me show you a little bit more what I mean though. All right. Well, take care, magazine. I hope to see you back at some point. You could write music for me at some point. I'd be interested in that. I also like to compose music. Um, oh, my brain. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah, go study. I probably got to keep stream somewhat short today too. I'll probably end, I don't know. Maybe at like 12:30 my time, and it's currently 11:42. So like, I don't know. So, if you can build Minecraft but with ramps. Here, let me try. Let's actually open my good friend Illustrator. And so I can be a little bit more precise with how I'm diagramming this. And maybe I can figure out some math too, because I'm gonna need to algorithmically. Okay, this might not be the thing I want to focus on today, though, if I'm being honest. I might go back to the lore section because I figured out how to make this into a project for one of my classes, and I probably need to organize it for that. But quickly, I'll just give me a square. That's all I need. Or web. That's fine. Can I just make it? Let's make it 1080 by 1080. Okay, here we go. Here's what I am thinking. We have cube. If my border is... Wait, can I... What's this? Range, workspace. Essentials Classic. Does this give me all the UI elements that I'm missing? It does. Okay, perfect. What kind of game we making? Wow, there's a lot of new people to stream today. Welcome, Florian. We're making... Easiest way to describe where I'm at right now with this is Super Minecraft Galaxy. So like spherical Minecraft with Mario Galaxy Gravity. Welcome to the stream, Shiva. Bashir, I don't think I can help you there. Um, there in the description, there's a link to our Miro board, which you can look at and see all of I mean, there's a lot here. Basically, we're trying to make a hangout game where that's really accessible to people. But I'm I like I like a lot of the things Minecraft does. I like a lot of the things Zelda does. I like a lot of the things Animal Crossing does, and I like some of the vibes of Mario Galaxy. So I was going to try and take those and turn that into a spherical Minecraft, which has been done before, but I'm going to take a different approach that I don't think has been done before. This guy, another person made a game called like Planet Smith. They're still working on it. And they use hexagons for it, which are cool, but I don't like hexagons as much as I like cubes. So I'm trying to rectify that. So I want this stroke to be aligned to that. Oh, it wasn't selected. Stroke, I want it centered. There we go. Now I can make cubes and it's all good. The dimensions of this, let's just make it 100 by 100. Where did it go? Oh, I changed the position of it. I meant to change, or I'll make it 10 by 10. Okay. We have a plenty big workspace here. And now I can, oh, I do not, okay. View, I want it to not, wait. Does my grid snapping work? Okay, let's make this 0. Wait. Let's just make it a round number, 500. And a round number, 400. Where'd it go? This guy. That's so odd. Okay, but it works. It works. Okay, fine, fine. What IDE do I use? I'm most familiar with VS Code or VS Codium. Is game making a thing you do often, or is this a first? This isn't the first time that I've made a game using Unreal Engine, but I haven't ever published one. So this is going to be a first trash game. Bashir, I can't help you with translating a movie. That's not what this stream is. I apologize. Okay. Is this being restreamed? I am streaming it twice. Let's see. We are live on Twitch, we are live on YouTube vertical, and we are live on YouTube horizontally. So, yeah, you can join on Twitch. I think I think I left a that should be in the YouTube description. Oh, by the way, are you guys discovering this in a YouTube Shorts feed or not for everybody in the vertical stream? Which is being noticed by a lot more people. So, though Twitch does have ads and YouTube does not, because I am not big enough on YouTube to have ads. And it came in your recommended. Interesting. Welcome, Great Britain. I guess all of Great Britain is here. You're discovering it through Timber's Discord server? Wait. Timber, what did I just... Didn't I just ask a... Wait a minute. How did you discover me through Timber's Discord server? I'm baffled by that. You what? You literally just like the profile on the side of Discord, you just that is not a discoverability method that I would have thought would. I mean, I do put it in my Discord bio for a reason, but that's wild. Bashir is getting mad because I can't help him translate a movie. I just saw streaming making a game. Oh, wait. I can't even see what you said that got retracted. So I don't know if my... Wait. Oh, you just said same. Why would that be retracted? Odd. Okay. Anyway. You know what? I'm actually going to deviate from this. We're not gonna focus on the cubes and the math today. I'm gonna take you back to the worlds, because this is the thing that I need to turn in for a class. Which, okay, what is the game about? Well, we're just about to get into the lore of it. So, the quickest way I can describe the vibes of the game is I'm trying to make this a hangout game, accessible to everyone, both you and your mom, because I want this to be a way for even non-gamer friends to connect over a distance. My best ideas for that are certain elements from Zelda, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, and Mario Galaxy are about where we're at. The lore of it is entirely unique. I created it. Uh, Several chatters have helped me with it. Welcome here on Twitch now. Um, your followers is your followers is 77. I can increase your follow. How can I help you? Wait, my followers is 77. It says my YouTube subs are at 65 if I'm looking at the top corner up there. Is that true? Hold up. Here's my vertical stream. Wait. I have 71 subs. Oh my goodness. Making this vertical thing, YouTube is promoting this. This is crazy. This is I think this might be more viewers than I've ever had. Though how can I tell how many viewers? It says 2 watching now. But there's it's definitely more chatters than I've had. Thanks for the follow. Phi Math Music. Thank you. I could have more subs if I just edited my YouTube videos, but I'm in school right now, so focusing on editing, I can find time to stream, but editing takes a long time. I think I even am good at it. Nice, Shiba. Thanks for the follow, Bird. Wait, this is crazy. This is super crazy. I've never seen... Oh, wait. That's supposed to be on top. The follower thing. Wait. Alerts goes on top of that. Alerts goes on top of that. Okay, I'm glad I noticed that. I don't get followers very often. This is crazy. Okay, so the follower goal does go up. And now we're asking the same questions. All right. Maybe I should just have... No, I've gotten to the point where I can explain this quick. Okay. This is an everyman's game. This should connect you with your friends, that even those that aren't gamers. Maybe the algorithm doesn't usually promote streams very well, so this is pretty wild to me. I normally don't have to deal with this many chatters, actually. So you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Okay. This is a game for everyone, even non-gamers, is the goal. And because I want to play with my friends that aren't avid gamers. I want this to be approachable. The vibes of it so far mechanically are something about like Minecraft, Zelda. Oh, I'm getting the wrong words in my head. Minecraft, Zelda, Mario Galaxy, Animal Crossing. Something like that. The lore of it, though. The lore I haven't explained to anyone on stream yet. The Corsair? Who is canonically evil within the... What is their goal? Okay. Chat nerves. Welcome, Vizwaneth. Okay, tell me, is anybody here in the shorts feed, or is everyone only here from YouTube recommends? All the people here on YouTube. Because I am streaming vertically now, which is the first time that I've done this. Here, I could make chat show up on stream. Wait. This isn't... Is this not working? Oh, well, I don't need to fix that right now. This is fine. I can tell when you're on YouTube when you chat. See, above my head, you have the little icon. But if anybody's in the shorts feed specifically, I'd be interested to know, because that's why I'm streaming vertically, because I figure that that's how. Anyways, here we have my lore pitch. Okay. And by the way, names are TBD. I'm not sure that I want to call it light, even though that's the best. Well, you're right. I actually do have a little. I am getting a little bit of nerves. This is crazy. Okay. Name TBD. Um, it might be too generic, but it's also pretty similar. Like, I might be able to give it a cool flavor, like Avatar did for its elements, which were also generic. But Avatar rocks. Okay. Here, let me get into my. We don't know what the light is. Actually, that's a little too dark. We don't know what the light is. We know it exists in the best of people, heroes we call them. Some accomplish great feats and wonders. Others simply share a smile or a helping hand. Whether they appear great or small, each is a hero in their own way, and each enriches the world with more joy and more light. I'm grateful to have met so many heroes in my life. We may not know exactly what the light is, but we understand some things about it. Love is light. Caring for others, believing in yourself, believing that good things will come. For each, there is light. Light is a powerful source when wielded. By focusing one's light through will and imagination, the world is shaped. The special matter of this world responds to light. Share some with it, and with your ideas, this world will become your haven. This world will become your home? In this world, all matter is made of spirit, including you and I. Let's call it spirit matter right here. Spirit matter can be influenced by both good and evil. With the light, you can connect with. Excuse me. Oh, Twitch people are seeing ads for the next 30 seconds. Doom scrolling before breakfast, and here I am. Wait. So you wait. Icy, are you in the shorts feed? Yeah. Twitch has ads right now, so now I'm just talking to YouTube people. Please tell me if you're in the shorts feed, because if that's how, if this gets into the shorts feed, that's cool. Okay. And Icy is not new to the stream. In fact, in your feed, yeah, okay, sweet. This is crazy. I have more chatters now than the last time I had this many chatters was when I first started streaming on Twitch, and I made like all of my friends get on so I could get the numbers to get to affiliate status, which worked. But my YouTube still isn't there for that. Religious indoctrination. Okay, I do want to avoid that. So if it sounds that way to you, I do want to shift it. But the point of it isn't to be religious, but there are some things that I think religions have. I think there's some value in some of the things that they teach. Like, I think that Throne Beats is right. Without kind players, game worlds are simply dark. Okay, there is a difference between dark and anti-light here. Spirit is probably the thing I do need to. Intelligence, what I mean, essence, I don't know. Nah, essence sounds dumb to me. Okay, but hear me out, and I'd love to hear what let's see, who was it? Okay, it was Phi that said sounds like religious indoctrination. Because I do want to avoid that. This is supposed to be for everyone, but like I said earlier, I want making a good person to feel like a superpower and to be a superpower in the world lore. Over here, we had several streams where we just talked philosophy, where we talked about what is light, what is dark, what is anti-light, where I decided that light is about hope and love and honor and like identity and purpose, and darkness isn't evil, it's just being kind of lost, without identity, without love, without hope or optimism. And then anti-light is where we shift into actual like blocking or inhibiting of light or corruption of light, something along those lines, where you have anger, lust for power, hate, narcissism, disregard for life, murder, manipulation. Those are the kinds of things that, like I wrote here, dark equals not a good person. Dark equals not bad person. Dark is lost person. So this is different from just light and dark being good and evil. The reason for spirit, it's more linked to imagination and the inability for people to die in this world. They can just be like disrupted and they sounds more like religious indoctrination the more you talk. Tell me more. Tell me more about why it is you think that. Because I think that, I mean, is there anything about this that you think is false, that you think is wrong? Lots of these things are enforced by just like good therapy practices, I think. But there's also many perspectives that I don't know that I very much want to better understand, which is why I'm streaming this. If I made this all on my own, it would be just like this, and maybe some people would be offended. Religions are all about defining the purpose and validity of every attribute of existence. This sounds very much like, I mean, there is Christianic influence, no doubt. I'm in America. I'm surrounded by Christianity. And I don't think everything about that is bad. But these specific definitions, this hope, love, honor stuff, this won't be in the game necessarily. This was me trying to figure out what is light. But then the more I defined it, the more I realized I don't actually want to define this, because I think different people will define that differently. Just the goodness in people is, I think, the closest, I wanted to make it a more concise or more specific than just goodness, but different people define goodness differently, and I was trying to encapsulate kind of all of that, which I think was a little bit flawed of an approach, but I think I figured that out as I took that approach and started to get to the point of, now I do have certain philosophies that, let's see, think about Dark Souls. Let's see. I think it's more how you use light and darkness having almost the exact same connotations. That makes a lot of sense. Dark Souls, there are lots of philosophies and rules to the world. They're internally defined through different covenants and their own interpretations of the world around them. And I think you're exactly. I should play Dark Souls on stream eventually. I still need to play Elden Ring, actually. Corsair, I'm not. I don't know how much to say there because I don't quite understand that. And your point about light and darkness is exactly why I want to move away from calling it light and darkness, because I do think that that's coming from a more religious approach. Things I want to to focus more on is personal growth and mental health. And maybe to an extent, I mean, gratitude is perhaps a source of power, but gratitude, Kurzgesagt has an excellent video about gratitude and the actual the studied effects of that. And that is something I want to do, which is the world can behave how you can describe, but there should be different groups that see the importance of light differently and how I absolutely agree. Let's see. Where is my Okay, this is the legend right here, by the way. I have right here philosophies of balance or harmony and philosophies of good versus bad. And there's the one about order and chaos, like freedom or restraint, I guess. Brandon Sanderson has a lot of really interesting things if you read any of his books. His Stormlight archive basically has a magic system built around character progression, giving you superpowers, which is wild that he came up with a way for that to work so well in his world's lore. Though he does also have light in that world, but he has Stormlight, which is he has Stormlight, Lifelight, and he has Voidlight for the other team, which aren't fundamentally evil, but they are being led by someone who is. Anyway, there's a lot of inspiration from Brandon Sanderson here. In fact, I think I even have... Where did I put that? Is this it? No. Me discussing time travel. I don't think this world needs time travel. But I was trying to think about how to add stories. Okay, my Discord... Somebody on my Discord who said that this wasn't organized is correct. Okay, ads, yeah. I do have a sound for me that indicates when ads start, but... Let's see. Where would I put that? It would have to be in story writing because that's what it's for. Not in philosophy. Dang, I actually lost a thing. Okay. Well, wait, that looks like it. This is it. Oh, it's in powers, of course. Because it was the laws of building magic systems. Okay, but that's not really relevant. Here's a good exercise for lore. What is the first story about the world told to the child born into it? That is an excellent question. In fact, I'm going to add that. I'll put it as, I don't know, like blue. Okay, the Corsair. Come on. Oh, YT said, let's see, what is the first? Oops. I just need quotes. What is the first story of a... And now that I have you there, I now need to add you to the credits. The Corsair. And let me add... Wait. Let me add you on Twitch since that's where you decided to stay. By Math Music. There you are. These are the credits. If you're contributing, then you get to go in the game credits. Of course you can. Why shouldn't you? Okay. This is actually really great. I so far I've only had people who like kind of you did not do nothing. You're you're helping with light and dark, which is something that I wanted to discuss. Just even having somebody who disagrees with me is incredibly valuable. And the less chatters I have, the less likely somebody's going to disagree. Um okay. So let me describe to you why I chose light and dark. Darkness isn't exactly necessary. What is necessary? The point of the magic system is I want being a good person to become a exactly Corsair, perfect. Um being a good person becoming a superpower. And what does it mean to be a good person? That means a little bit different to everyone. Like if you asked Hank Green, you'd probably get an answer about um doing what I don't know, what would he say, something kind of utilitarian? Cuz the Green brothers, they're they're so interesting to me because John is Christian and Hank is not. But they agree on so many things. And I think that that is an excellent way to try to be doing good and having disagreements about maybe ultimate beliefs, but not about kind of how to be, I think. So that is to say, um, waste no time arguing about what a good man should be one. I love that. Let me, uh, wait, I'm trying to copy that. Why won't it let me? Eh, eh. Okay, well I'll just write the first two letters myself, and I'm gonna put that here. You said the quote, so you get credited in the silliest way possible. But I mean, you can't put something on the board without saying who said it. That'd be plagiarism. um. Okay. Um. You won't mind me stealing it. Awesome. Actually, here's a good thing. Star Wars is actually another place that I've taken a lot of inspiration from. Um, which is to say, um, I think in the original trilogy, I really liked the light side and the dark side of the Force. Um, when there started to have to be a balance between them, I feel like it was like trying to be too many things. Call it a spark, but that's also Star Wars also stole from wait, Star Wars stole from Scientology? I have trouble believing that. Um wait, how long has that been around? Where How long has Scientology existed? I know Minecraft Star Wars 54. Okay. So it was before the first Star Wars. I believe Star Wars was far more influenced by Christianity for sure, and I think some elements of Buddhism. Uh, I don't quite remember. This would reveal my uh, the knowledge that I don't have, but I think it was Buddhism or some other religion around Asia. That's what I remember. Um, so interesting. I got a lot of discovery here in the in YouTube Shorts, but now the consistent people have shifted to the landscape things. Okay. Well, I do really dislike midi-chlorians. So, um, if I, yeah, okay. I do have some. I have bias. I do think that there are elements of belief that are really powerful, and this comes from my philosophy. But like, in I think that hope and optimism and like trust in other people, the kind of belief that you have that that good can happen, that good will happen. Wait, I have it over here. The good can happen, that good will happen to you and those around you, and that people will do good things. I think, I mean, you don't have to call those beliefs, you can call those perspectives. But the way that Star Wars frames it, like where Han Solo's like, I don't believe in some all powerful force. And then by the end, he's realizing that there is a force and that it's very cool and powerful. That does sound very much like Christianity. But I think even just the aspect of I don't if someone says I don't believe that there are people doing good. Hi Toka. um if situation What are you hoping for? What situations are you optimistic in? Who are you trusting? Who are you loving? Oh, before you could ask more questions. I am all over the place. Okay. Um it's a little bit abstract. Oh, but you have ads. Okay. Okay, okay. Um I'll quickly Toka, I see you. Uh-oh, maybe you have a lot of delay so you're confused. Oh, ads are already over? Oh. I set Twitch to have the shortest ads possible, but that makes them be pretty frequent, but 30-second ads aren't too intrusive. Anyways, and to answer your questions, it is a little bit abstract. For sure. I think that you're hoping in the general good. Well, here, I'll put it this way. In the Dark Knight trilogy, or actually in specifically the Dark Knight, there's this whole idea, there's this whole thematic contrast between the Joker as chaos and Batman as order. But a contrast that I like even more is that Joker fundamentally believes that people are corrupt and that all people are corruptible. He shows that with Harvey Dent. He shows that with many people. That's what he believes, and he sticks. His goal in the end of the movie is to prove that by putting that into but with the boats thing. Let me know if you've seen this, and I'll know how much I need to explain and how much to avoid spoilers. The thing that I love about the climax of that movie is Joker fails not just because of the Batman, but also because his philosophy was shown to be wrong, that people did have good in them, and that because of that, they chose to not blow up the other boat. That is cool to me. Like, extremely cool. I love the idea, and you don't watch The Dark Knight and feel like it's religious propaganda. You watch The Dark Knight and feel like this is a cool movie with cool themes about the good in people. And even about how you don't have to you can take the fall for others in order for good to prevail. That's a more subtle or nuanced point that I would need to describe more to fully to give it justice. But the point is, the Joker believed that people were corruptible and corrupt, and Batman believed that people were good and that people can do good, and he did good. Um, so that is what is part of my philosophy of hope, of believing that people are good. So maybe I'll write that down actually. Uh, the belief that people can. Okay, wait. Hold up, hold up. It's not necessarily that people are inherently good. It's that there is good in people. That there is good in people. Actually, that's also in Emperor's New Groove. That's what Pacha believes and what Kuzco is showing is giving him evidence against until he shows that there was good in Cusco also, and character development with that and the coolness of that, which is another point. Um, Character development, or the growth of character. I think that I think that personal growth and learning are beautiful things. So, how does the philosophy of this relate to the mechanics of the game? Are there benefits to being on one side versus the other? Um, Evil is only useful as a means to an end, otherwise, no one would be evil. Which is why I have this graph. Look at this graph. Hopefully, that was sufficiently bad. Okay. Here is the graph of how this is. I kind of stole this from Star Wars too, but I also feel like Star Wars didn't use it very. Star Wars said that it existed, but never showed that it did. Um, which is that the dark side, you quickly gain power, but with the dark side, you more quickly gain power over the light side. But when you um but the light side has no power cap. Kind of. The light is more powerful overall than the dark, but the dark is much more easy to gain the power that it has. That's a better way to say it. So, people, I mean, but just like being a good person is a superpower, being an evil person has its perks too. It, exactly, Fi. Wouldn't the graph an evil person use light until they're more powerful? Well, think about Star Wars. Would Darth Vader join the light side so he could be a more powerful bad guy? No, because that's not how the light side works. The light side draws from what is, let's see, surrounds, binds us, penetrates us. What's Yoda's speech? It's like Zuko in Avatar. Oh, no, that's not a great thing. Uh, It's still more like Star Wars. It's where, okay, I'm looking for something here that I was going to show. This. Anti-light gets its power from anger, from lust for power, from hate, from disregard for life. Good and evil are arbitrary when it comes, unless specifically restricted. Okay. Admittedly, in the actual game mechanics, I don't know that you would ever like actually play as Darkseid. In fact, I don't think here's an idea. I don't think that you can easily distinguish between whether if somebody is using light superpowers or anti-light superpowers. I think they look the same at first. I think as you get better and better, the differences start to show. And then you start having cool particle effects that show that this is like light or that this is corruption somehow. But back to my point. An evil person couldn't use the light side because they are actually using anger or hate. In order for them to use the light side, they suddenly have to use love and hope. And that once they are using that, they are they are experiencing character development, and suddenly they aren't quite so evil. So here's a way to describe it. Thanos, I think as a character, he uses some anti-light and a touch of light, but is mostly anti-light because of his disregard for life. He has some honor and integrity, I think, because he has a good intent. But because of the means of it, I think it becomes this side, which is philosophical, whatever. I think Dr. Doofenshmirtz, okay, we're going to have an ad real quick here. But to our YouTube people, I think Dr. Doofenshmirtz uses the light and thinks that he's using anti-light because he's like, haha, I'm evil, but he's actually just like totally a good person playing games and having fun with wanting to take over. I love Phineas and Ferb. It's awesome. So, or what's another example? Zuko is mostly anti-light with a little bit of honor. Let's see. The lust for power, anti-light, makes it so you can't have as much power. It's more like you can't have as much superpower. The lust for power in real life doesn't give people superpowers. It just gives them access to things that we call unethical, murder and manipulation. So, yes, it's powerful, and like the Empire in Star Wars is a force to be reckoned with because they use tools that ethical people won't. I I personally disagree with that. In a sense, I think it does. I think being a good person is a superpower. I think it allows you to do things that are more powerful than people who try to connive power through manipulation and assassination. I think that being a good person and doing that for people is the most powerful thing in the world. Seems like all of the evil attributes are fundamentally selfish, and the good attribute, yes, the nail on the head right there. Yes, selfish and selfless. That's pretty categorically true, actually. Yeah. Would we not say that Thanos selfishly wanted to save the world because he thought that they didn't know better. He was, I guess it was his pride. I think you're unlogicking right now. You might disagree with me. Um, but no, this is my philosophy. My philosophy is that think of, let's see, do I have that book around here? Um How to Win Friends and Influence People is an excellent book. Um if you might read it and be like, this is a book about manipulation. But if you read it that way, the book doesn't work. If you read it and think, because it's basically talking about how if you care about people, then even your business deals will be better for you both. Uh, Charles Manson's favorite book. I don't know who Charles Manson is. But it's quite possible. It's a very popular, well-known book. It's quite an old book too. I think even the version I have is like maybe a slightly updated version. But um, the the basis of that book is that caring about people and doing good for people uh, helps you become successful. It gives you friends, it gives you connections, which are very important in the business world. And um yes. Dang brain fog. Um oh boy. If you want to learn more about my disability in my Twitch about section, it says it there. Oh, oh, I haven't taken my medicine yet today. I should probably do that. Okay. So, if you don't believe me, Fi, I am okay with that. In fact, I think it's great that you don't. That will give me a great other perspective. But, um, yeah, deep breath isn't a bad recommendation. But like with the Dark Knight and and Joker being proven wrong because his philosophy was wrong. Oh, yeah. I'm getting shaky hand. I need, oh, it's over here. One sec. Oh, they gave it in a different bottle. That's different. Okay. The but I believe that this is true so much that I think that it's provably true. And I'm not going to try and convince you of things that aren't, well, actually, I don't know that I can promise that. Um I think that, well, it's just a perspective. It's I think that I think it is my personal opinion that do people who do good in this world are more powerful than those who are corrupt. I maybe think that there are more people who are corrupt than who are uh, doing things just for good. But if you think about the Green brothers, John and Hank Green, they've done so much good, and I think that if they didn't believe that they could do good, that they wouldn't. Like their ability to do good would be impacted by their belief. Isn't there like a, like, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right? I feel like this is basically an extension of that, but I think that it's okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing something. Um oh, Fludro cortisone. There you are. Sorry, I have to get out all of my different meds. Though I will say this isn't the only aspect of my lore. But here's a good way for you to think about it, Fi. Um altruism is another great word. Um the I believe that being a good person is a real life superpower. If this system makes people feel cool about doing good, that's all I really that is my intent with the lore. It's not to be religious, it's not to be non-religious. It's not to preach it's not to preach. But if being good or being a good person feels cool, like you play the game and it makes you want to be a better person because you have all these cool particle effects and powers associated with being cool. That's what I think that'd be really powerful. Um uh, I guess I'll do a quick during the ad break. I'll give Shadow Dev a real quick summary. Because there's only ads on Twitch, but not on YouTube, and I'm streaming to both. Um, summary for you, Shadow Dev. Wait, Dev in the name implies that you also like to make games, but basically, I'm trying to make a game for the every person, for me, my friends, my non-gamer friends, my family, to connect people. A really accessible game with specific aspects that I'm borrowing from like Minecraft, Zelda, Animal Crossing, and Mario Galaxy, because I like some Mario Galaxy. I'm more biased on because I like planets and worlds to explore. Because I think exploration is a fun thing to do with people. Right now we're working on the lore of it, which at the moment it'll be 3D. But just picture Mario Galaxy, but you can build a house, and that's about where we are now, or where we're at now. I haven't built the game. I'm planning the game right now, but there's still yeah, here, look. Order of operations. Make the story enough so I can support the mechanics. Oh, I might have actually switched these around a little bit. Figure out game mechanics. We're closer to here now, but we moved back here because of the thing. Okay, establish a faction for the game. My faction doesn't believe in anything but the importance of making other people happy, rejecting all other complications. We are the helpers. Okay. I think that the name could be. Wait, can I just double? Oh, there we go. That makes that way easier. First game. This will be the first game for me to publish. It's not the first prototype game that I've made. It's not the first programming that I've done, but I have yet to publish something, which is why I am trying. But some of the things that are planned here are going into the eventual goals category. Maybe an extension of the base game, or maybe I just make a game and then move on. which is why I have a minimum viable product. Where do I have that? Oh, MVPs. It's up here now. Smallest buildable prototype is another word for that. Just trying to think of things within our ideas that are smaller things that I could build and release as just that. For our lore, that's what we how am I gonna do 3D modeling? Just with Blender. I think, what is it, Mixamo? No, that's for animations. For I'll just probably be modeling things in Blender. You're welcome to lurk, Fi. All right. Helper's name comes from a Mr. Rogers quote. Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. Huh. I do actually kind of like that. And I guess if you establish your own faction, I would love for that to be even a game mechanic that you can do that. Okay, I want to put that somewhere. You're getting a lot of credits over here. Okay. For Shadow Dev, if he's still here. Oh, Leon was. I don't know what Leon's saying, but he's here. Welcome to the stream, Leon. Okay. So, this is what we were discussing when you joined, which is at the moment, I'm trying to take inspiration from multiple sources, but a lot of wait, I should explain this first. I'm trying to create a magic system / world where being a good person feels like a superpower. Well, no, and is a superpower. I want to make being a good person a superpower. And probably also being an evil person, it has things associated with that. And maybe you can't tell them apart until you're really far into them, kind of. I don't know. But at the moment, I'm using the words light to talk about the good, dark to talk about the middle, and anti-light to talk about the bad. Where dark is more like somebody who's lost and without power. But as Phi was pointing out, these terms can come across very religiously charged. And for this game to be for everyone, I don't want it to come across that way. I want it to feel comfortable for everyone. I don't want it to be preachy. I don't want it to be any of these things. But I do have my own personal philosophies of, I'm probably going to use Unreal Engine. Mostly because I think it's the best for making multiplayer cross-play games. Especially because they have Fortnite under their belt of Epic Games. Oh, I have fingers up, but I don't know what I was explaining. Really? Oh, I do have my own personal philosophy of, I believe in real life that doing good is a superpower. That is my philosophy. And that will probably make its way into the game. But I also don't... I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I don't think that's a bad thing to incorporate into the game system. Like, okay, if you believe it and it is true, great. If you believe it and it isn't true, you're still doing good and you're doing more good. So isn't that... I think it's fine, but you're welcome to disagree with me because I do like to hear multiple perspectives because I am trying to make this a game for me and even my non-gamer friends, for this to be a place that we can just hang out and have fun. So that's what I'm trying to do. Unreal Engine is also the engine I'm most familiar with. The universe of any has a philosophical basis. Your job as a writer is to justify it and provide alternative viewpoints. Corsair, you are rocking. You're coming up with some good things today. Uh, I mean, I do like the world of Star Wars quite a lot. I also like. I mean, I just recently watched Dune 2. I like how morality in there is kind of complicated. Um, I because in real life it is. It which is why I think even if I do have light and anti-light, I think that it's hard to tell what they are at first. Just like you can't really see people's motives on their. You have a feeling I'm going to burn out? I've been. Okay, well, if you're saying that I have too much planned for a first game, you are correct. Which is why I'm constantly trying to turn this into a smaller thing. But I've been doing this for I've been working on this particular project for months now during school, and whether or not I burn out with it and whether or not it turns into something, I've been having a ton of fun making it. Every part of it. I I went on a geometry rabbit hole the other day just because I was really interested in how I was going to do the math of making destructible spherical terrain that is simple to non-gamers, which is ambitious, I know. Um I do want to recruit more people, which I'm currently going to college for game design. So I'm making other friends around here too, which is going to be good. I'm also outsourcing to Twitch chat, and by outsourcing I really just mean brainstorming. But that doesn't mean that I mean it'll help with marketing for sure. Even I mean I'm very small now, but um which I don't mind because I'm in school and I don't need to be big. I'm having fun. You've made multiple games and I know how. Yeah. No, I definitely need more experience. And I definitely. Whatever thing I make next is going to need to be. Yeah, finishing is hard. I know. Um, well, I don't know. I know in theory that it gets crazy, but I I think that your skepticism is warranted because I mean I have a lot here, but I'm enjoying the process. I I I at least know what it feels like to be burnt out before. Um well, actually my last project that I ended was just because I realized that it wasn't going any going the direction that I felt it wasn't becoming a fun game. So I was like, well, I'm not going to make a game that isn't fun. Um which I mean, for this particular idea, I'll probably build it. It sounds very fun to me right now. I'll it, and if it continues being fun, then I'll make the smallest buildable prototype that I can release and put on Steam. Figure out that part of it. Um, the lore of it, I'm mostly doing for fun. Um, okay. So Corsair wants to make a game and not debate the philosophy of the world. Unity is my pick number two. I'm I'm close to using Unity, but I don't trust them as a company as much as I trust Epic Games, which is wild because I don't really trust companies in general. But I think Epic Games with Fortnite, it just seems more reliable and everything Tim Sweeney is trying to do in the antitrust space. I do think that I'm inclined to think that he's doing that for the good of developers. Unity will hurt you. It's an abusive spouse. Use Godot if you. I've looked into Godot. The main reason that Godot isn't my number two is because it seems like it'd be very challenging to make a cross-platform, cross-multiplayer video game using Godot, because it doesn't have those things built in, because it is open source and can't be licensed to and build relationship. Well, there are companies that have built relationships with certain companies, but it sounded like it would be porting it. And I don't want it to be ported to different things. I want it to be compiled to different things, which in my current head I think are very different. But you could prove me wrong. I'm not extensively knowledgeable in that space. But Unreal Engine does seem like probably the best place to make a multiplayer, multi-platform game. What is Helldivers made in? Is that cross-platform? Oops, I did it instead of in. What engine is Helldivers made in? Probably an in-house one. I don't see. I have. Oh, hello, Trenny. By the way, I have a. You have a master's in computer science. Unity is a corporate pit. Did you ever use it though? I think you're both right. I think that Unity is loved by those who use it. Just think of Sebastian Leg. I don't actually know how to say his last name. I don't need this tab. Sebastian. He has many incredible videos about programming and making games. And he does it all in Unity. And another person who made 4D Golf and Hyperbolica, that was Code Parade, right? Code Parade also uses Unity. And what other... there are a lot of people, a lot of coders especially, who like using Unity. And it makes sense. C# is a pretty good language. C++ is kind of messy. I've also started to realize that some of the pros of C++, like not having a garbage collector, well, that's a pro and a con, aren't in Unreal Engine, because Unreal Engine does have a garbage collector. But that's probably fine. It doesn't matter. But what type of game am I making? Unity, but you prefer UN? What's UN? Are you talking about Unreal? I don't need to demonstrate Unity as a bad move. It's corporate. Yeah, okay. Corsair. Okay, Trini was talking about Unreal Engine. Yeah, Unreal Engine is likely what I'll use. It is also what I have the most experience in currently. All of the prototypes that I've made have been in Unreal Engine. Now, okay, I do need to answer Trini real quickly. The game I'm trying to make is really accessible to everyone, including non-gamers. Right now, the shape of it is looking kind of like a Zelda, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Mario Galaxy, little bits and pieces of all of those. With a lore focus on being a good person gives you superpowers. And Corsair, to talk about what you mentioned earlier, which is talking about making the game and not focusing on lore, the reason I'm focusing on lore, besides me just liking trying to create the world, is because I'm in college and I managed to. Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me. So I managed to find a way for making the lore of this world to like be an assignment for a class. The that allowed you to do any kind of like a personal project that with like writing and stuff. Um which is why I'm trying to format the lore to be more understandable because I'm about to turn it in like a week. And I focusing on this game is something I typically do on stream because I really can't justify not doing homework off stream. Um I also probably want to end stream soonish. I have been going for a minute now. Only an hour, 2 hours and a half, but homework be existing. So, if everyone here is just way more interested in focusing on the programmatic structure that I'm gonna need to work on, and then maybe even open up Unreal Engine and start making those things. Tune in next Saturday. Or I could maybe do that today. But also, while there were more people on, I really wanted to find a way to not be using just light and dark and anti-light. I could just call it power. Okay, let's try. What happens if I call this power? Well, power is actually really generic. What's it? This is where I think AI is great. Though, if I use my side, let's see. Chat. Do I want to use ChatGPT? Yeah. ChatGPT. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I think we're all on YouTube, but Twitch is having an ad right now. ChatGPT. Give me other words for power, particularly in a fantasy setting. List as many words as you can. There. Magic, sorcery, dominion, authority, control, command. Command is interesting. Here, let me zoom in so you guys can actually see this. Can I hide the side tab? I don't know if I can. Okay. Okay. Influence, mastery? Oh, I had one. Connection is pretty good. Having okay. Having the powers be powers of connection and division, I do think is really interesting. But I don't think that division is inherently evil either. Which it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be good and evil. But I want... If I want to make being good feel like a superpower, then I want it to be related. Am I going to use blueprints or C++? Both, where I need to. I plan to use C++. In my head, I've decided, at least, that I'm going to use C++ for a lot of the internal logic, but anything that I would want to be exposed to the art side of things, as if I ever had an artist working on things, I'd want those to be exposed in blueprints. Basically, I want to do good practices for what a company would do, in case I grow my team over time, which I would like to. I think that I think that certain things like world generation and rendering, I'm going to want to be very performant on even low end devices like laptops or cell phones. Um, so especially those things I'm going to want to do in C++, I think. That's basically where my plans are for it. Connecting the lore to game. Okay, let me tell you about this. Because this, I think, is where building the lore first has given me an advantage. Okay. Are you ever playing a game and then you feel you feel it gets immersion breaking because you take Mario Galaxy. You're fighting a guy, but then the guy that you're fighting feels too cute, and it's like, I don't want to squash these Goombas. I don't want to da 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 da. And then that like breaks immersion because you feel like the game is having me do things that is okay in a gamified way. You only play hard games. Um, you're missing out on all the fun games. Um, let's see. Or let's see, what's another example of that in a different game? Um, I mean, Elden Ring has a lot of I haven't played Elden Ring, but a lot of its mechanics are based on the lore, I'd imagine. Anyway, so here's an idea in my head that I think would be really fun in a game. Do you like hurting other people? Oh, take multiplayer Halo or Call of Duty or something. Why are you shooting these other people? You're playing with groups of friends and you're destroying them? That feels violent or something. I mean, I don't really feel that way all the time, but I imagine a world where I want to have a spaceship dogfight against my friend. And the explosion of the ship is really satisfying. So you want to get to that point, but you don't want to kill your friend. That's nonsense. So that's what like, or respawning is often as immersion breaking in games. Or Minecraft, you have an inventory, you can carry like thousands of pounds of cobblestone, and it's like, this is unrealistic, but it's fine. It's a video game. Some of those things feel cooler if you have them built upon lore that makes game mechanics in there. Like Horizon Zero Dawn makes the interface a part of the game by making it like a device on your ear or something. Which is cool. So, Destiny also uses light to justify respawning. I don't know those games well. I'm sorry, you guys. But so here's what that's why I was using Spirit just has so much think of think Avatar for how I'm using Spirit. It's less of like your soul and more of like a type of I don't know. Anyway, the point is in when you die in the lore, you don't die, you get like if you're in a sword fight and the other person wins, it's because you were there and they got enough hits on you that your physical presence was disrupted and scattered, basically. Ooh, like I don't want to make a Last Jedi reference, even if it helps make my point. But like where Luke, it's so stupid. where he used like a force projection of himself. If that was like a hologram that could be like fizzled out and eventually lost after you use enough power, and then you have to like respawn, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So, but because I was thinking of it that way, I thought of a really cool battle system where, oh, I forgot to name some other inspirations, which include Twilight Princess, Zelda Twilight Princess, Metroid Echoes, where they have like a dark world. Oh, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. I especially like in Twilight Princess where you have dark areas that you free, and I think it'd be cool if there were like corrupted spirits or animals that you fight, but by fighting them, you're actually freeing them. So I have this dissipate, convince, capture where you, if there's like the big bad, you might ask, well, if they just respawn, how do you like get rid of them? How do you vanquish the evil that is the big bad of the campaign or something? And my answer for that was Horcruxes. Kind of. So when you dissipate their spirit, you can draw into your soul sword a part of their spirit as it dissipates. So they have like a couple of lives, basically. But once you have part of their spirit in your sword, they can always tell where you are. Difficulty slider, we get there when we get there, man. That one's a tricky thing to figure out. Balancing difficulty is tricky. I think I'd prefer to make it so there are areas that are more difficult, or ways to make the game more difficult. Think of like skulls in Halo, or think of badges in Mario Wonder where they give you abilities. Maybe you have badges that add challenges. And then you could speed run the game with all challenges enabled or something. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be more interesting than a slider. I don't think a slider is going to be as robust as would need it to be. But spirit weapon, you shatter their spirit essence or whatever. I could just call it glass or something. Shatters, recombines. Glass has a cool image. I agreed with that up until the end of your statement. Evil is the default, but I don't really care to go into that because that's just my personal philosophy again. Do I disagree with that? I'm not even sure. Okay. But this isn't about defeating the concept of evil. This is about defeating an evil guy. To defeat an evil guy, you fight them, you capture a piece of them in their sword, which makes them less powerful, but they always know where you are, which is scary. And then maybe you also always know where they are too. Maybe it's a two-way thing. But if you defeat them, I don't know, 3 times, that's a magic Zelda number, 4 times, enough times to capture all of their spirit essence, whatever, then you can do the cool Zelda thing of sealing the sword in the ground, and that is that enemy vanquished and sealed, not gone forever, but sealed into a thing. Perhaps they could also be sealed inside your own essence, and that could be only stolen if hello, Panda. That could only be stolen if your essence is defeated, which would make it then scary to play sporting games where you get shattered. Oh, if you've seen Steven Universe, I imagine a lot like the gems get poofed when they receive too much damage, and then they have to regenerate. Basically, a lore way for respawning that makes things cooler. Also, my building system that I've been working on It uses some of the lore. You would build templates inside of your imagination realm, the realm inside of your brain, kind of, or something like that. The realm that represents your mind or something. You build stuff in there, and then you can place things as templates in the world instead of building them every time. What was that? What? What? What are the? Trenny switched to Twitch. Well, Trenny is now Cha Cha. What is that? Panda says. I don't know what he's referring, or he or she is referring to. I'm all over the place. I've talked about so many things. I'll give you a very quick summary. I'm leaning into my mic, but nobody can tell. Very quick summary. This game is the intent of the game is to make a game accessible to everyone, including non-gamers, so that we have a place to hang out and have fun. The idea for the game and what kinds of things to have fun doing include several things from Minecraft, from Zelda, from Animal Crossing, from Mario Galaxy, from a multitude of games. Not everything from all those games, because that'd be way out of scope. Twitch is where it's at. All right, Panda. And then the intent of the lore, which is what we were working on now, is to make the primary intent, at least, is to make being a good person feel like a superpower. And that is tricky, especially without feeling preachy or like overly religious or something. And I'm already getting into dangerous territory when I start calling things spirit, because but Avatar did a good job of that, and it made its spirit world seem so cool. Okay, well, I can reshape this. Okay, the reason that I had this at all is because I wanted imagination to be powerful too. Uh, if the source of your power is your goodness, then the influence of your power is shaped by your imagination. And for a world to react to your imagination, perhaps it has feelings too, which which isn't something that I personally like. I think that's almost more like based off of like Native American tradition, believing. Actually, I don't even know that well enough to reference it, but like, uh, or I don't know. They give a lot of respect to nature. Um, so, because my idea for how the building of this system works, or this world works, isn't Minecraft, you um where you place a bunch of blocks. It's where you surge power into the ground, and then it builds what you're thinking of. Um, the way that you do that, the way that I've come up with doing that is, uh, wait, what all? It either trusts it either sees you and decides to do it because it likes you, or it or you force it to do what you want to, and that is the evil side of things. So they look the same, but under the hood they're different, where both people can construct structures, but in one way it's because the the matter, I've been calling it bright matter also, because it's light, intelligent, and matter, and the opposite of dark matter. It sounds cool. You give it's the difference between the good and the evil version of it is good is, hey, could you do this for me? And it's sure. Says sure. That seems like a cool idea. And um evil is do this for me. No. I said do this for me. Ah! And then they use their power to override it. Where are these emojis coming from? Are they is it Oh, you raised your hand? You can do that? I don't know who GNU Linux is. Um Religion isn't inherently bad. How it is used can be bad. Even in Avatar, one could argue that faith in Avatar loud. I think I agree with the point you're trying to make. I don't think that I agree that in the Avatar world that is how that it was because of their faith. They were still fighting the war. They weren't waiting on anything. They were just like, oh, come on. There's supposed to be someone to help us with this. Where is he? Um, a better example that nobody is going to know in Elantris is Brandon Sanderson wrote Elantris. Brandon Sanderson is religious, but the religion in that story was used by the villain to justify being bad. And I definitely think that religion can be used for good and for evil. It's always Airbender Avatar. Blue People Avatar is an incredible tech demo with an alright story and some pretty cool world building. When I'm talking about things, I'm going to end up talking about Airbender Avatar way more. Okay. Well, now that you guys all moved to Twitch, you're going to have ads again. So I don't know how many of you here. So I'll drink some water for 30 seconds until you're back. Or I'll start writing this out. Let me see if I can write this out without... Wait, that's a sound. What does that sound mean? Thank you for the follow, Mr. Wank. There's no ads? Oh, interesting. Wait. Thank you for the follow. Wait. Thanks for the follow, Cha-Cha. Wait. My follower widget is so infrequently used that I couldn't tell which side was the top. Oh wow, we're really close to 100 followers. That's crazy. Okay. The Airbenders did not fight the war. They allowed themselves to... Oh, are we going to have an Avatar debate? Because we can have an Avatar debate. Bloodbending was always possible. Okay. I think I agree with all of that, though I don't think that... I don't know if it was the Airbenders allowed themselves to be killed. I don't think that's canon necessarily. In the Netflix remake, they even fought the Airbenders, and Gyatso clearly killed like 30 guys. I mean, you can't be surrounded by the bodies of 30 Fire Nation soldiers without having killed them. Otherwise, they just leave. So there's that. Oh. Sorry, I gotta see if I can clear some brain fog real quick. So I think the monks were ambushed. I think they fought back. I think they were ambushed. They did not know that they saw war on the horizon and they were preparing Aang to be the avatar for that. Um yeah. But I think that they were ambushed. In fact, that's even what Aang says in the headband episode. It was like, when did they fight the when did the firebenders fight the Air Nation army? And Aang's like, is that a trick question? The Air Nation didn't have a standard military. Sozen surprised them by ambush. And everyone's like, what? And then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't know that. I wasn't an airbender at the time, which is very funny. I don't think that is to say that they wouldn't have fought because they were preparing Aang to be the Avatar, but I think that they were ambushed and didn't have a formal military. They were monks after all. So anyway, airbending is the most dangerous of all four. Man, the debates on that could go for ages. Okay, let me rewrite light to be... What if I call it source? Source. We don't know what the source is. I'm not sure about this just yet, but let's see. Let's cook for a second. You guys in the chat can argue about source is actually a good name for it. We don't know what the source is. We know that it exists in the best of people. Heroes, we call them. Or do we? Okay, let's copy this and let's edit it and let's see. Let me just make an edit. Okay, we know it is used by the best of people. Heroes, we call them. Oh, I kind of do like that. Some accomplish great feats and wonders. Others simply share a smile or a helping hand. Whether they appear great or small, each is a hero in their own way, and each enriches the world with more joy and more light. This part doesn't need to stay here. We may not know exactly what the source is, but we understand some things about it. Okay. Now here is where I'm not sure. Let's just change it. Let's go. Let's copy it again and let's see what I come up with. We understand some things about it. Some of the best people I've known the best people, the kindest, the most selfless. Oh, I remember why I didn't use the word selfless earlier. Because that word is also a balance. Because if you are too selfless that you don't do self-care, then you're also going to be less powerful. With source with sync. Okay, there are two approaches. One is there's source and there's sync. Or there's source and there's like gravity, black hole. Sync isn't so bad, except it sounds like the kitchen sink. Light is the source of all kindness, probably. Yeah. The that is the distinction, though, is that I guess the thing is that I think that all the way selfless, where you forget to take care of yourself, which will help you help others, I think that that is too much and that would limit your light. But that is my perspective, and that doesn't have to be, that can just be what I consider true and not part of the lore canon necessarily. I would think that it is canon because I think that it is true. But somebody who doesn't think that is true also wouldn't think that that's canon, if that makes sense. Oh, my YouTube sub goal updated. It says 73 now. Balance is more important than anything. Maybe change the spelling. That's the writer's hack. Well, just change it a little. Okay. Balance is okay. Now let me get a look at the philosophy board where Iroh is king. Philosophy board. What do I think? I think balance is incredibly important. I think there are two. I think you could ascribe two numbers to it. Um, like a vector. It has direction and magnitude. Um, such that the direction is the balance, and the magnitude is the power that comes with it. And I think if I drew a shape, okay, am I gonna draw a shape? Let's just try. Let's see what happens. We're all about trying. Oh, I went to Shift A because I've been using Blender a lot lately. Okay. I'm gonna make an ellipse. I don't know if this is technically an ellipse or an oval. I do not know the difference. Um, I hear an ad, so you'll have to tell me if you're missing this, but I'm going to make a diagram that looks like this. The arrows are making it weird. No, okay, whatever. I'll fix those. It's not important. Okay, well, okay, I'll try. I'll try. Let's just make it so the arrow doesn't go all the way up. Can I not hold shift to make it go straight? Oh, how come that worked? Oh, well, there we go. Okay, and our dimensions. Okay, I guess I have to make a line like this. And a line like this. Okay. And then let's move this here. And then let's shrink the whole thing down. I want the arrows to be bigger. Now let's put it on the purple section. Okay. Here's what I think. I think that this direction is about balance. And wait, do I actually think this? I'm just gonna see what I think. Inherently selfish. It does look like a laser turret from Portal. Or I think just the regular turret. Yeah. Here, and then this is magnitude. Fine. We're just gonna go direction. Wait, this doesn't make sense as an arrow. It's okay. Wait, this is let's grab regular lines. This, let's make it a a dotted line, and let's make it gray. This is 0 power, and is that just T? The goodest and most powerful. I'm sticking with goodest. I think it works for what I'm trying to do. Then that means I got to use the baddest, right? L for line. Do I have to press L twice or something? Okay. And then we have the baddest. Wait. The baddest and the second most powerful. And then this will be an arrow. Wait. Let's just make one of these. Okay. And now this. I'll explain in just a second. Let's see. I think that's what I'm saying. The most selfless, powerful, but forgets to love themselves. So okay. And all that moral objectivism wrapped up in a talking gun. This is hilarious. You're right. This is absolutely silly. I think this is about what I think, because balance. Balance. Can I make this a double-ended arrow? Because that's actually what would make the most sense. Well, we can always just do 2 arrows. Let's make it do this so it's okay. So this is balance, and this is, I guess this is alignment, whether you're good or evil. Yeah. And I think the point here is actually I'll leave that as gray. And then I'll just duplicate this line, right? Duplicate. Oh, that's not. Can I not just alt drag, copy paste? That works. What is this? This is like confused but not powerless. I think yeah. Or instead of confused, I'll say lost but not powerless. And to justify some of those decisions that I just wrote down, let me describe why I think this. The worst people. That sounds. Evil has access to unethical means. Would linking power to this decrease player choice? I want to avoid the like dialogue option of good thing, bad thing. I think that takes away. Okay, look. Role play is fun. I think the thing is, if this game makes it fun to be a bad guy, like if the game represents my philosophy, which it probably will to some extent, but at least the elements of my philosophy that I feel like are that I feel like are justified. I I don't know. This is why we have to figure out what it means, and then we can look at the game and see what that means. The If the game is for you to hang out with your friends, I don't think there should be any incentive for you to be the bad guy. Uh, I think that the only times you're against each other is for like sporting competitions and different factions having fun to play capture the flag or conquer the land or whatever. Trolling. I do want to incentivize good-hearted troll. Actually, wait. I remember. I had this because I think evil's meaningless if it's not an option. You might be right. This is why to discuss. I hear a Twitch ad going off. So maybe I'll collect my thoughts for a second. Let's see. You guys are all on YouTube, I think. But if you want to encourage that kind of thing, I think potential power. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Starting to sound like a D&D campaign run by a philosopher. You're totally right. But I want to make being a good person feel like a superpower. That is the core. There are some like actually scientifically shown ways that increase happiness or increase. I think goodness is kind of too abstract, but increasing happiness I can deal with. Gratitude being one of those things. So maybe oh, and togetherness, connection. I think that okay. So get this. I think that the aspects of goodness make you a fundamentally more powerful person. And I think because I believe that to be a truth, I shouldn't have to program that. I should just allow for that to be true. So if people are stronger together, then yeah, there's multiplayer and you are stronger together. If I think that okay, I'm not sure how far I can take that. The other way I can take that is the game allows you to make a gratitude note. That sounds kind of silly, but and you would probably just fill it in with nonsense. But okay, picture this. if the game let you type out 5 things you were grateful for when you started playing, and they didn't check if they were real things. You could just hit enter 5 times, or you could, by choice, do enter the actual gratitude things, or you could skip that and then miss out on a slight buff or something. Okay, your chats are coming in. I need time to read them. Exploring that as a theme. What if the ideas behind the magic system can pool magic or whatever? I mean, that's why I was exploring a lot of this. Xavian is maybe how you pronounce your name. The reason I was exploring a lot of this is because I want the lore of the world to feel like being a good person is a superpower. And I want to explore what ways that might impact the game without it being annoying, which that gratitude system could be if I implement it in the wrong way, and without it being overbearing, preachy. Like, if somebody doesn't care about that in the game, it shouldn't be in their face. I think that's, like, maybe in the settings you can literally just, like, don't ask again for gratitude, and then it's just done, and you don't have to worry about that. But for people who like it and enjoy it, it is there. I should write that down. I'll write it down here and figure out where to move it later. Fundamentally, this shouldn't be intrusive or overbearing. It should add flavor for those who care, and potentially add mechanics for those who choose to use it. But just like in real life, these things are, it's all a choice. There's my manifesto or whatever. Power is something that allows someone to do something. What is the thing that power allows someone to do? Well, I talked a little bit about that. I mean, in real life, good allows you, being a good person, making friends with people, having people trust you, gives you the power to do things with them and influence them. The flavor of that in game is the way the building system works is you influence the happy matter. I could call it that. Happy matter is great and cute. You influence the happy matter and it's like, oh, that sounds cool. We'll totally do that. Or you can force the happy matter and it becomes unhappy matter. Players will actively sabotage their own gameplay experience if it makes their characters numerically more powerful. That is so important. I'm going to write that. Wait, can I not double click to? There we go. I'm going to add that here. Well, I'll just add it here. Let's see. I'm copying, pasting that. Xavian A YouTube. And because you've made it on the board, you are now in the credits. You are a hero. Xavian A. There we go. Oh, Shadow Dev, you've been here. Wait, are you on Twitch or YouTube? YouTube? Let's see. Let me add you guys. You guys have totally been here long enough to Mr. Time Blank. That's a, and Shadow Dev. Wait, Shadow Dev is YouTube. There we go. There we go. You guys are all in the credits. I mean, the game isn't made yet, but this will be so cool. I want to give people credit for the good that they do. Let's see. Here we were. Well, I guess this does go in the philosophy section, so this does actually make sense as a okay. But these things are really important. So in that sense, maybe doing that little gratitude thing doesn't make your character numerically more powerful because people will sabotage themselves to do that. Another thought that I've had for a long time, it's more of a general game idea. I don't know if it applies to this, but like the apps that like gamify productivity, give you achievements for doing real world things. I don't think you should implement an anti-cheat. Yeah, this game probably doesn't need an anti-cheat. So, for example, gratitude questionnaire, AIRE. No? Question, what am I missing? There's two N's in questionnaire. Okay. Gratitude questionnaire is optional and doesn't actually affect gameplay. But you could take one out of Duolingo's book and have a gratitude streak. Lol. That could be fun. Oh, the other idea that I was thinking about is productivity hacks. I might like the idea that getting your chores done makes you more powerful in game. I think to fulfill what we've talked about here, you should be able to, in the settings, make you that amount of more powerful all of the time without chores. But again, for those who want to use it, they could force themselves to keep the option on. By chores, you mean side quests? I mean IRL side quests. I mean, what if I implemented a chore tracking app into a game? Like, this is beyond the scope of, at the very least, beyond the scope of the base game, whatever this is. How am I going to implement that? I don't know, but I think it's a fun idea. I think if my game made me feel more powerful for having gotten my homework done, I think that would be cool. The setting for this game, I'm glad you asked. Let's jump over to setting. We've probably talked enough about good and evil for a minute. So I'm just going to zoom in on this and describe what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'll center it on like this or something. I don't know how to center things for both the vertical viewers and non-vertical viewers. Okay. Shadow Dev has a good point. Um, I'm definitely gonna try player to player at first. Um, or maybe seeing how far a free Oracle server can get me. If I can make money with the game, then I can start paying for servers. Um, how are you gonna confirm? That's the point is that you don't, that you can just turn the whole thing off and it will be as if you completed all of your chores, which means the only people using it will be the people who want to get something out of it. Um, I think the way to surpass exploits is making it entirely optional and not even beneficial. But it is beneficial to your real person, and people who understand that might choose that they want that in their game to take on the challenge of, I guess, the debuffs that come from not doing your chores because they want to feel more powerful when you do it. You might be right. If it's not beneficial, no one's going to do it. But I mean, if it feels cool, you might. You might. I think it's worth trying and seeing what happens. It feels more like VR chat than an actual game. Um, Good criticism. I I mean, there are aspects of the metaverse that I do aspire towards. I mean, what is being able to hang out with your friends in an accessible space? But VR is specifically inaccessible to many, especially non-gamers. This should be this this game should have some things that are super low stakes and just fun to be with people. And it's okay to be ideological. Don't be afraid to do something because it's interesting. I I love game design. If it doesn't work, I've learned something, and I'll be happy with that. How are you gonna ban people that do weird stuff or hack? Um, well, if it's player to player, hypothetically, you're only allowing the people that you want to. It might be more of a low. Before I add like community servers, or maybe servers are community run. Even I don't even know. Um, that could be more up to them, and I could give them the tools for banning people if they want to. Um, it If you're doing it with just your friends, hacking only ruins your own experience, more or less. Well, if you're doing it by yourself, hacking only ruins your own experience. If you're doing it with your friends, it ruins their experience too. If you're on public servers, that's where it gets tricky. Um, I mean, Unreal Engine has some things for that. Like, if I make sure that the if I am implementing the movement correctly so that you can't do certain things without the server being able to detect that you're doing those things. Yeah, I agree with Xavier here. It, I think okay, having some ideas in mind are helpful, especially like if I don't know what I don't know. But I do know that learning about character movement systems in Unreal did help me learn about certain ways that are more easily cheated and certain ways that are less easily cheated. So knowing those kinds of things is helpful, but that is more how you implement the game mechanics and less about the game mechanics themselves. Debug and logging, let's see. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Shadow Dev, you should absolutely join the Discord if you uh, for cool things like that. The Discord server is totally the place for that. And we can look at that and maybe even look at it on stream or something. Um, oh, speaking of streaming, I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. I should probably wrap up soon. Okay, let's just get to the. I'll just run you through the setting at the very least. Here's what I had. Um, Here, I'm just gonna zoom in on this so I can describe things, and this is gonna be super cinematic. All right, you guys ready for this? Okay. I almost want to make me bigger in the frame so I can like. Wait, maybe I do. Um, Hold up. This one. Okay. Welcome to I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Um so imagine a universe full of planets. Planets don't really follow our laws of physics because sometimes it's more fun when they don't, when you have Mario Galaxy planets. It's a universe full of wonder, alien planets. I don't know, I'll have to figure out generation to make it look cool. But universes are far apart. Every sci-fi needs to come up with how you tackle faster than light travel, or else there are problems with that. And I came up with what I think is a beautiful, magical way. Um, Above the universe, and above is very abstract in this sense, or connecting the whole universe together is the world tree, the connecting tree, the something, I don't know. A lone tree in a sea of stars. And when I say sea of stars, I mean it's an ocean where when you enter it, you come out into the universe where you were trying to go. With a splash of cosmic fluid that's all like starry and cool and stuff. Can you imagine that? A splash of cosmic fluid, you end up where you're trying to go. And with the intent, I think, to in your spaceship, you can fly through this and end up wherever you want, or back at the tree. The tree, which could be kind of like a hub world, maybe it has like a doorway in it, and when you walk into the doorway, you can come out of the doorways of other trees, of other worlds. Maybe one of these trees is your own personal one, your own personal world. I don't know. But they're all connected. Stargates. Mr. Time, sorta, yeah. Stargates, I don't know how Stargates work, so maybe. Teleportation via a spiritual realm or something, basically. I want it to feel more magical than spiritual. Wait, is that even true? If it feels spiritual, then it shouldn't feel like any particular religion. It shouldn't feel overbearing or preachy. I think it should mostly feel magical and wondrous. Is sort of where, okay. So the ability to open but that's in a spaceship. What if you want to be a pirate? You didn't play this game to be an astronaut. You played this game to be a pirate. Well, maybe if you see a patch of odd-looking stars in the ocean, you sail in that direction, and you can sail into the cosmic void, and find yourself sailing onto another planet, into another world. Maybe you're a magician. Maybe you figured out that by grinding up these crystals or something, you can sprinkle them into a pond of water. And then you can enter the pond and come out wherever you desire. Maybe you don't need any of that. Maybe in your world, every now and then there's a tree with an opening in it. And you can enter that and come out into a different world. You can be a spaceman, a pirate, you can be a medieval knight, you can be whatever you want in this world, and it all works because everything. Okay, well, I will have to do power balancing stuff. Making magic swords equivalent to whatever things you can shoot is all right. I think that can be fun. Like Star Wars made swords super cool because they're lightsabers. Or there's Stormlight Archive with its shard blades, which are really cool. So, one to two options exist. In the okay. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Oh, the way I'm going to develop it likely is that there are one or two of these at first, for sure. In the monetization model that I was looking at is making a free base game with paid DLC, but only one person needs the paid DLC in order for you to play in their world, but you couldn't use it in your own world. So maybe the base game is just space and magic. No pirates yet. No boat sailing. Just okay. Maybe not even spaceships. I really like spaceships, but maybe not even that. And then if you want the pirates add-on or something, you either buy that or you have a friend that has, and then you play in their world where they can do pirate stuff. That's kind of how I've been envisioning this, picturing this. It's not all set in stone. I think that some aspects of the connecting world I like that. The connecting worlds. Paid piracy. I did not think about. No, you're absolutely, and that should be what it's called. Wait. Hold up. Yeah, that's incredible. Of course. Paid piracy DLC. Yes, absolutely. No. Even marketing it that way sounds kind of awesome to me. uh, if it's peer to peer, you could absolutely piracy would absolutely be not too tricky, I imagine. I've never pirated any like Steam games, so I have no idea what that entails. Um, no. But paid piracy DLC. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I think that I think that model strikes a good balance between because I need to make money with it if it's going to develop and become what it needs to be. But I want it to be accessible to people, and accessible to people means money. That also probably makes it more monetizable to mobile because if you're just buying it per account, you unlock it for your thing on your account, then I can bypass the Apple tax or the in-app purchases. Well, it could kind of be in-app purchases. Huh. I don't really actually know. But um that every culture uses the same portal. No, but they have different concepts of what it is and how they use it. Some treat it as a science, others as magic. I also like that idea. And I'm also going to copy that and put it on here. Maybe I should remove the word said. It looks silly. Okay. Which kind of answers your other question. Um, this one, what is the first story about the world that is told to a child born into it? Probably depends on the culture. And I think having a world like this allows for, because if you wanted to live out a fantasy that feels Western or a fantasy that feels like Victorian or Egyptian, like I can add all of those things and they can be different ways to use magic and they can be different effects for the same magic. But um uh wait, you probably should check it out. Oh, you sent different ways to, okay. Ba, ba, ba. You guys can't see Discord because it's invisible and I don't know how um Discord is able to be invisible like this, and it drives me crazy because there are other things I'd love to be invisible on stream. Um, let's see. Yeah, you messaged it to me. Sweet. Um, allows for different ways to roleplay with. Okay, so yeah, by giving different settings, context. Yeah, I think I think that have I written this down anywhere? Excuse me. I think I have some things about worlds over here. The world over here. Um, okay. Here's one thing about the world, because I am way too. I really love the idea of the world than like the dark world, which is the same world but it looks a little bit different and the terrain is slightly different and you can move different ways in different ways. Or like in Metroid Prime Echoes, where you can alter things in one world and it changes in the other world too because they're like linked. I really love that idea. I started calling it the spirit world because Avatar has a really cool way of. I like Avatar's version of it too, and that kind of works here. I think Source. Oh, we never even finished talking about whether bad guys and good guys both use Source, or I think they might use the same power but in different ways. Just like with their reforming of terrain, they're doing it by asking the planet, kind of, versus doing it by coercing the planet. I think I think you can seize this power and use it. I think you can also uh I think you can also have the power through what? As a gift because it gives it to you. Maybe the world changes subjectively for each player depending on their source. More evil players see a more evil version of the world and can access different parts of the world through that. That's interesting. I I think the biggest contradiction in my logic here between how I'm making the world and how I want you to be able to role play as anything is my YouTube subs have gone up quite a bit just during the stream. This has been awesome. Um think. I forgot my train of thought. Why was I holding up my hands like this? Are these two worlds or was I talking about source? No, what? Wait, what about source? Good and evil? Oh, contradictions. Role play and what's my other thing? Good and evil. Because if I want being good to feel good, maybe I should just make being evil feel evil. And that's like I shouldn't limit its fun, but because it can be fun to role play as the evil guy without that doesn't necessarily mean that you are evil. Where is a place to put that? I'll just put it up with all these thoughts because these are good thoughts. Maybe it shouldn't be that role playing as evil just isn't fun, but that it being evil feels evil. And you feel that in the cute creatures that you corrupt. Recommended in my sidebar. Always curious when YouTube recommends tiny channels. Well, I'm so glad that you came. I am really. You guys. This is a part of my philosophy of all of this is that if this is my game when I am finished, I did it wrong. But if it is our game when we finish, and I'm working on it, I can be the face of it. I can be the programmer of it. But if it's our game, that I think is what will change it from being the Fortnites of the world to the Minecrafts of the world. Or at least the old Minecraft was a lot like that. New Minecraft is I don't know. It's its own beast. Oh wait, I have a different pink over here. Do I not have that pink over here? I like that one better. Perfect. Now I have something that looks red but readable. Problematic but not deal breakers. Okay, perfect. Well, paid communism DLC. I think I'm going to end stream for today. I have other things that I have to get to today, and I think this has been great. Thank you guys so much for joining, and maybe we can even get enough YouTube subs to start being able to monetize on YouTube too. It would help if I edited videos, but I don't have time for that just yet. Maybe this summer, we'll see. I'd love to make money doing this. This is what I want to do. I want to... It's going to be corny, but I'm kind of corny, so it's whatever. I want to make the world a better place, and I think that video games are a way that I can do that. They're something that I'm super interested in, and there's something that I think is, I would say, underutilized in terms of how it can be used for excellent storytelling and just the way stories make you ask questions about. I think that's another thing. This game doesn't need to teach you things, but if it makes you ask the right questions, that's great. I love that. So, oh man, I can't not tangent and then remember. Anyways, this is what I want to do, and I might get burnt out for times, but I think this is gonna be what I'm gonna end up doing. I've done this. I've been all about this for years, since 5th grade when I made a Flash game. So this is me, and you can be sure as heck that I'm gonna still be here, working on games. Things can change, but I think I'm always gonna want to do this. So, if you guys want to be along for the ride, want to make this into our game, well, that's why you said paid communism DLC. That's hilarious. That will be awesome. I know it isn't easy, but I have a disability and that's not easy either. So I'm at least accustomed to that. With all that, oh, this was only streaming and not recording. I'll have to download it. I can't really envision how paid I can imagine paid pirate DLC. I can imagine paid Victorian DLC. I don't know what communism looks like. Like, that's a, like, what's paid capitalism DLC? Like, is it just buildings? Like, you can still do that with communism. I don't know. I think that's more how you play the game. You could, I don't think you have to pay for that. Anyway, take care, everyone. I'm so glad that you were able to join. And I'll see you next time. This has been super great. Take care, and updates are on the Discord. Schedules on voidlighter.com/calendar. I'm Cade Voidlighter. You are my heroes, and I'll see you next time. Bye.